It's fine.
All right.
As long as if Ray doesn't have to talk and doesn't have to steer the ship off the road like he usually does, then it's good. Yeah.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
There you go. Yeah, you can have it. Good, because we drive it straight into a volcano usually. So
Except for that's the heart, Tim. And that can never be mended. You know that. The heart always breaks.
Nah, dude, one of your girlfriends take care of that for you.
No, they usually go, well, thank you for the free meal. Have a good day, sir.
Ray is a 60-year-old man in a 30-year-old's body.
I am, yeah.
Anyone doesn't know.
Nice.
His references are like way older than they should be for someone his age.
Oh, you know,
Yeah.
I would love to see that fight. And I would be rooting for Greg Hardy the entire time.
Funny thing, if you've ever wanted to see me in pain at any point that we've been hanging out, today's your day.
Ray, they see you in pain every time you do a set.
This is true.
Damn.
Yeah. So Thomas has seen it and Tim's never seen it.
Nope.
It was basically if Mortal Kombat was a shitty like Saturday morning cartoon. Like
Yeah, exactly.
they had like they had a Native American character on there. They had the street tough black guy. Like they had all the stereotypes. WMAC masters.
There it is.
It's such a.
So
cool
you're saying it
show.
doesn't hold up? Is that what you're trying to
It
say?
does not at all.
It doesn't look fit full, Ray. Let me see that glass. No, Ray, top it off.
This is like goddamn amazing.
You got
Damn.
No, I just want you to follow the rules. What happens if you don't follow the rules? The wheel gets you back again.
This is true.
Why don't you two fight each other? There you go.
I've been
We've
thinking
talked
that,
about
but
it.
I didn't want to say anything.
We have talked about
I'm
this
still at a
for
shit.
years,
I can't fight
man.
anybody right now.
I
probably
am
used to a
so
9-year-old right
down.
now.
I will meet him at a weight. I don't care if I have to gain weight to fucking fight Tim, but it would mostly be like it would be a rolling match in the cage.
Pretty
like
much.
somebody would take someone down.
What's crazy is out of all of us, Tim looks like he's most likely to be the wrestling fan.
I see so many fucking guys who look like Tim Danko at AIW shows. It's not even funny, and I love I see him. I'm like, I want to buy him a shot, but it's not Tim, and I get sad.
Yeah, and this kid's going to be a star, obviously, and that's what they wanted to happen. They want him to get a big win in London. They're hoping that was going to happen. I mean, did they give him somebody they think he could beat? Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not like Vargas isn't tough. Vargas is a tough guy. And yeah, Pimblett was a big favorite. But that's what they wanted to happen. They want this kid to be one of their next big stars, especially in the lightweight division. And now he's won two fights, one by knockout, right, and one by submission. So now he's going to fight somebody tough. And that division's super stacked. So there's tons of people he could fight. Before you put me on, I'm screaming at my microphone because you didn't put me on. I'm like, she's Mexican, you racist asshole.
I don't know
Spanish, you monster. But you didn't put me on because you wouldn't talk wrestling. He had two. I only had one fight. He had two fights, but my one fight lasted longer than his two fights combined by like a lot. I think these both of his fights were inside of a minute.
And how did your fight end, Tim?
I got TKO'd in the second round. And there's a lot of guys, strikers that have just became fantastic at takedown defense. I mean, Anderson Silva was good at it. Like Judo Santos was good at it. I mean, those are just the first two I think of. But there's been a lot that, I mean, if you're a striker like that, you have to have good takedown defense. There's been a lot of guys who have great takedown defense, and he's one of them. However, I mean, Robert Whittaker is a striker first. He's not a wrestler. And however, neither really is Cannonier. Maybe a little bit more, but I don't really expect Cannonier to fight him that way. I'm excited to see that fight, though. I don't expect Izzy to lose at all, but I like Cannonier a lot. He's a tough guy, so I'll definitely watch that fight. But if either of us touch the other one's liver, we'll die, Ray.
Probably. That'd be fun. I want to be the first MMA death of like a true amateur, where it's like the worst fight ever. How
How
do
bad
you
would
die?
it be if you got
MMA fight, bro?
killed in the cage? You got killed in the cage by me.
Yes.
His liver exploded.
Better? Closer? Warmer? Is it working now? I'm slow as shit right now, too. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it, guys. I do not like you. I do not like it. I don't like the way my camera looks. It looks very low res, so I'm just gonna put it on the standard. Okay. Let's do this. Yep, back. Bro Plata. Yeah, I know, Tim. I fixed it. Bought a new camera, hoping to be all awesome, and it's great. Great. Just what I need is this BS happening. I trusted my equipment too, Tim. Trusted my equipment too, and it lets me down like everybody in my life. What's up, Pulse? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I am your host. Tim is on assignment in Guam, actually, so that's where that is. And yeah, there's a dick going on in the world of mixed martial arts, and it was like a boxing match, but I didn't care. What I did watch is WWE from Saudi Arabia. The blood money get matches continue. Yeah, blood money matches. Blood money matches. And then AEW had Double or Nothing. I'll talk about that later. Hopefully all you guys had a great Memorial Day. I got shit canned at home. Did nothing. Absolutely nothing. And where's Thomas? He's at a real job. He's at a real job, Casey. That's where he is. I'm gonna put that there. Yeah, he's somewhere. But chat's open, by the way. If you want to give me topics, I'll talk about them. I'll probably go about an hour today by myself. Good, Tim. This is not a conversation for you. All right. I was going to talk about my alcoholism, but you want to be this guy who doesn't like wrestling in the end. All right. Whatever. Whatever, bro. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. My forehead is very, very shiny. It's probably the sun going off of the window right there. So, yeah, we nothing really happened. Who you got in the finals? Ray and Tim, Nuggets or Heat? I want the Heat. I want the Miami Heat. I want Miami to win this just for Kevin Love out of spite to win a championship against LeBron. Is it really spite? No, but it's spite on my end because LeBron stinks. He's a horrible basketball player. He's not the best of all time. He will never be the best of all time. Crumbles under pressure. I agree with Tim. Nuggets in 5. No, I do not agree with you. I want Miami in 5. Yeah, you got me on a weird day. Weird day, Tim. Nope, it's going to be Miami. Miami's going to pull this out in 7 games, and then they're going to make NBA history with an ugly tall man as their superstar, known as Kevin Love. Kevin Love's the superstar of the Miami Heat, without a doubt. He is the man on that team. He carried everything on his back in Miami for the time that he was there after he got traded from the Cavs. That's right. Or free agented. Who knows? Don't really care. Don't really follow the basketballs. Don't do it. Haven't done it since the Rockets were in the NBA Finals in 1994, 95. Those were great times. Pulse remembers it. Oh, boy. It's, yeah. Memorial Day, did absolutely nothing. Worked Saturday. And then stayed home, smoked some weed, played Fortnite. Been really addicted to Fortnite lately. Like it's becoming a problem. Like I bought the Miles Morales skin and the 2099 Spider-Man skin just because I'm like, I have $20 to spend. I shouldn't be buying V-Bucks. I should be buying food. Instead, I'm playing Fortnite and starving myself. Yeah, it was a sweet, sweet time. Those the Rockets years without Jordan. We were dominant with Hakeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler, Kenny the Jet Smith, Robert Ory. You want to talk about basketball greatness? They were there when Jordan wasn't there. So we got it there. But yeah, Fortnite's running my life. Fortnite's running my goddamn life, bro. It's gnarly. And for anybody watching this after the fact, I have actually in the description my Twitch channel. I think Thursday, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do breakdowns for this coming weekend, the Kaikara France thing, while I'm playing Twitch, or while I'm playing Fortnite. I think that's what we're gonna do. Twitch only. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I kind of I want to game on the Bro Plata channel. I think that'd be kind of fun. Get Tim a webcam. Well, he's got a webcam that's high quality, so he can get on that. But yeah, playing way too much effing Fortnite. Way too much Fortnite, bro. Like it's becoming an issue. Like, and I get angry. I throw my stuff. It gets hairy. It gets very hairy. Yeah, man. I don't know, but I enjoy ranked. Ranked is a weird one because it hurts your ego too. Like if you lose a game where you're like got eliminated 95th like I do because I suck and I'm a bot. It hurts your feelings when you go down in percentages in Fortnite ranked. It's man, but yeah, there's a cape in Fortnite that I'm using right now. Hey John, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. But yeah, Fortnite is the new addiction for good old Ray right here. That's why probably I have a beard. I haven't shaved because Fortnite. I'm just gonna blame everything on Fortnite. Anytime Tim yells at me, Fortnite. It's just Fortnite got my life. It's really, it's kind of embarrassing at 33. Ray, you have serial killer blue eyes. I know I do. Hi, what's going on? Enjoy your boners, everybody. Enjoy your boners right there, because Bro Plata gives boners. We're good. We're good for marriages. Me and Tim. Well, our voices cure erectile dysfunction. Okay, where's the warning at the bottom that says that we can't do that, or we don't do that? We don't actually do that, and that's just my opinion. But yeah, we will. I'm gonna be talking AEW Double or Nothing, and also the WWE, and also I want to kind of give, in my opinion, state of professional wrestling as we know it. I know you guys. I understand that this is supposed to be an MMA centric show, or a combat sports centric show, and people don't consider pro wrestling to be a combat sport. I think it's in like the same vein as capoeira. You know, people say capoeira is a sport. They do competitions apparently. Well, wrestling's a little bit above that because it's less dancey. And yeah, I'm going to talk about like my feelings on current modern day pro wrestling as a fan for as long as I've been. I mean, I've been a fan since I was 3 years old of professional wrestling. I always liked the pageantry. I always liked the entrances. I loved the action. I loved the promos, all the stuff that I could watch in professional wrestling. I'm gonna talk about my feelings on current day pro wrestling. Ryan Kills, what's going on, baby? Good to see you. Good to see you. You getting in on any of them ranked matches, bruh, on the Fortnite? You get any of them ranked matches? You get unreeled yet? You get unreeled? I'm still in silver too. You're going to talk about your feelings. I've done that on this show, and it doesn't end well for me because I look like a blubbering idiot. So, yeah, sometime in the near future, I will, Casey. I will make sure to do that just for you. And I'm going to take down this thing here, the scroller, so everybody can see the chat. Donos are live, so if you want to help us out, help us pay for a year of, and we're also going to put it out, Streamlabs or StreamYard this year. We're going to let I think what we're going to do is we're going to let the audience decide where Bro Plotter should stream out of. And yeah, I think we're going to put that up here quite soon. Because I think our subscription ends in like, I want to say December. No, it's December. I think that's what it is. Where's Tim? Tim is with his family in PA. He's hanging out. It's actually I believe it's Tim's grandpa's birthday today, actually. So one's in the chat for a happy birthday to Tim's grandfather. It's his dad's dad. So let's get some StreamYard. No, you're not allowed to vote yet. But yeah, it's it's definitely gonna be. I'm leaning towards Streamlab or StreamYard again, but I kind of want to keep Streamlabs going because they've revamped a lot of stuff. We still have all the bells and whistles like the chat under here. I'm looking into other streaming services, but I'm not sure. And again, we love all you guys, and we appreciate all of you. And shout out MMA Holes as always. I always jump in the chat in the Bro Plata comments. OBS. I wish we could just meet. I wish me and Tim had a studio. You know, like that'd be nice. Have an actual studio. We can get together, use OBS, and really kick this thing into full gear. Which you can help. There's a dono link, Streamlabs dono link down in the description of the thing. If you donate, it's right up this way is going to be a thing saying, hey, somebody sent money. So we can't read comments for some reason. Streamlabs has decided to be weird about that. You used to be able to read comments. But we definitely I want them to add more to this that they're using. This is Talk Studio is what it's called. And I want a lot more out of this because it's powerful enough, it's easy enough, but yet why aren't we seeing anything, bro? Why aren't we seeing anything? I want to see my things up there. I want my alerts somewhere down. I want my chat alert right down here. That's all I want. Helps a lot, bro. I might have a flap and beer time also in this show. The flap is new. It's actually part of my webcam. And I go like that, and that's when I smoke pot. Anytime you see that, it means just an edit is about to happen somewhere. But hopefully you guys did have great Memorial Day. And let's talk about bug control business. Let's not, dude. I do that every day. I do that every single day. And I think I've told stories on air of like pest control stories from yesteryear because I've been in for 9 years. So it's I drove a jet ski drinking apple pie moonshine on Memorial Day. It was awesome. That does sound amazing. That sounds badass, bro. I just sat at home and got high. So that's what I did, sir. Talk about how Russo killed WCW. Shit Stain has done multiple things over multiple organizations. Just saying WCW, if you go back, fucked themselves. Like most wrestling promotions do. But I mean, WWE right now is the only one that's in history that's like a legacy promotion that has almost just skated because it was the best production value. And Vince Russo, if he wouldn't have gone to WCW probably would have died on its own a couple months or a couple years later than it actually did. I think it would have been like 2002, 2003 instead of 01. I do too, buddy. I do too. I miss Tim a lot. But we do have each other, which is what we need. You know, this is your therapy as well as mine. You get to be like, oh God, thank God I'm not like Ray. And then I get to pontificate about my problems that really shouldn't matter, but they do because psychosis is there. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for let's be honest, David Arquette killed that promotion. That was definitely a nice little knife in the back for sure. I mean, it was a deep thing, and I have nothing against David Arquette now. I'm still pissed he won the belt, but what are you gonna do? I'm definitely I'm starting to, I don't know if it's grow up or what, but at the same time, like, there's a lot of pro wrestling that I just don't give a shit about. Like, it's just gotten that point where I'm like, I'll watch the big stuff on television, but I'm not, like, I go to indie shows here locally. Like, I'll be going to one on the 23rd of June. They're bringing in Devon Dudley, Tyson Fury versus John Jones. Who wins? That one is a weird one just because I got to look at reach. Both guys really tall, and Tyson Fury's 6'9", with a, let's look at Tyson Fury reach. He has an 85-inch reach advantage. Let's look at John Jones's reach. What is John Jones' reach here? John Jones is 84.5. So they're pretty much the same. And honestly, it would be a head movement contest. Like, who has the better head movement? Because Tyson Fury, like John Jones, both of them have amazing striking, amazing boxing. Let's see though who's a little bit faster with the bob and weave in that fight, and who's the more accurate guy. I got Tyson because I'll never turn my back on the great Tyson Fury. Get him up against get all 285 pounds after weigh-ins of Tyson Fury on the ropes on John Jones may wear him out because he's got to carry 285 pounds or post weigh-in after he gets all good to go. Even though Tyson, I think, cuts down to like 265 or something like that. Tyson wins in boxing, John Jones wins in MMA. Yes, that's an obvious statement. I think there's not a guy on the planet that can truly dominate Tyson Fury. There are guys that can box with Tyson Fury, and we've seen it. I think it was Wallen, the German cat. Tyson Fury is going to sail his excess blubber to Japan. No, he's actually giving it to Tyler Durden for soap. I found out. It's quite nice, and it goes to a good cause. Tyler Durden. But I gotta bring this down, dude. This is getting a little weird. Hold on. There we are. It's a little better. All right, yeah. I'm less. Let's just change this to. Sorry, getting ADD right now. Let's bring that down just a little. Perfect. Not as shiny as I was. Yeah, Tyson Fury though. You're louder now. 'Cause I'm screaming. I'm like Kevin Brennan. I don't know what they're talking about. It was $100. Love them, all of them. But there are guys that have competed with Tyson Fury. Have you seen Connor and Volk going back and forth on Twitter? Yes. And then also Conor McGregor with Matt Brown, calling Matt Brown a heroin addict. Like the drama right now in the UFC among a lot of stars is mind blowing, and I'm happy to see it. To be honest with you, I'm very happy that people are starting to use Twitter again for just mad shit talking. It's the best. And I love when fighters can do it, and some can do it, some can't. Obviously, we had Jeremy Stevens, didn't know how to talk to the King Connor, disrespected him day one, and yeah, man, I don't know what Connor's gonna do, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, he's apparently not even he's not in the USADA pool as of right now, which is kind of nuts. What's he been on? What drugs is he getting out of his system? I have no idea. I don't watch Tough. I'm not a big like reality show guy. I like fantasy and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, I do not know what time Tough is airing tonight. I'll look it up for you here. Tough. Tough 31. First air date. We got it right here. It aired yesterday, apparently, or today at what time here? What time? I'm looking up the time, guys. Oh my god. Do not see. It's gonna be on ESPN Plus. Let's see here. Looking for 10 p.m. 10 p.m. On ESPN, and immediately a replay will be up on ESPN Plus. So go enjoy Tough. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna peripheral watch this. Watch all the like YouTube clips, the Facebook reels that'll pop up out of this. It's Connor. I think I've heard rumor of a pull apart between them. There was the opening of the episode where they kind of met each other, and Connor was kind of alphaing Michael Chandler, if you look at both guys, yes, and I'm going to say this right now, all due respect to Michael Chandler, okay? All due respect to Michael Chandler. He has had some of the greatest wars I've ever watched in mixed martial arts between Bellator and the UFC. I watched the night that he tried his hardest, just his damnedest to win that, to like get his foot together in Madison Square Garden in Bellator's debut in MSG, right? Horrible day for him. But he is going up against a guy in Conor McGregor that if he lets him in just a little bit in the brain, it's over. It's over. You can be one of the greats. You know, Habib, obviously. Habib got more mad and more upset. Poirier, he's, just a little bitch boy who can't really take a threat in fighting as business. You got to take it seriously, bro. Yeah. You got to take it seriously. It would be hilarious if somehow Connor went broke right now as his skills are diminishing as a fighter. Could happen. I mean, the stuff we've seen over the last couple of years is insane. But again, if Connor comes in as Connor and not just like I'm walking around and I'm doing the Vince McMahon walk, I think he'd be good. I think we might see a resurgence of the great one. Chandler, what's his record right now? Hold on, let's look. Let me look it up here. Michael Chandler.
All right. Uh, gosh darn it. Now I have to actually go to the Wikipedia page. That stinks. Doesn't tell me. All right. His record right now, as it stands, is 23-8. And let's go. Let's take a look at his record. He's coming off a loss against Dustin Poirier. Poirier did sub him, and in his last 4 fights, he is 1-3. Knocked out Tony Ferguson with that front kick that created a meme that sadly went away. Lost to Justin Gaethje, lost to Charles Oliveira for the vacant lightweight title. Beat Dan Hooker in his, I believe it was his UFC debut. Yeah, it was his UFC debut. Beat Dan Hooker, but then went on a 2-0 skid or an 0-2 skid against really top competition. Tony Ferguson, I mean, Tony Ferguson was on his way out, man. Tony Ferguson is on his way out. Like if he can't, I don't want because when's Tony's next fight? Tony's next fight, I believe, is coming up, right? Like he's got a fight booked. And let's see where we gotta. Yeah, lost to Nate Diaz in a welterweight bout. Got subbed. Lost to Michael Chandler. Benil Dariush fucked him up. Charles Oliveira fucked him up on the way to the belt. Gaethje stole his soul. I said it on the show when that happened, and that was 2020. That Justin Gaethje Tony Ferguson fight, regardless of what anybody wants to say, took a piece of El Kukui away that we don't really have anymore. You could tell that he doesn't really want to be in fights anymore. He doesn't look like the Tony Ferguson of old at all. Like Justin Gaethje ripped something away from Tony Ferguson when Tony was just like, head swiveling and all that stuff. Yeah, man, I don't see. Let's see. I believe Ferguson's fighting soon, right? Like he's fighting soon. I'm pretty sure that he is coming up. Upcoming fight. Yeah, there we are. Oh yeah, he's fighting Bobby Green in July at 291. And that's a fight where both guys need to win. Bobby Green, especially. Tony Ferguson is the type of guy. What type of guy? What type of guy? What are you implying there, Casey Jones? Huh? No, yeah, to me, I mean, T-Dog used to be, I mean, the meme went across the internet, you know? The meme went across the internet of every single person that got fucked up by Tony Ferguson when he was on that mad-ass run. And then Justin Gaethje happened, and he hasn't been the same since. I mean, Chandler front kicked him in the face. Nate Diaz beat him. He really has. He doesn't look like the Tony Ferguson of old. And yeah, I think he's mid-30s. He's been through hell and back as an MMA fighter in every organization he's fought in. And to be frank, Kukui dropped Gaethje in the first round of the fight, and he dropped Chandler too. Sure, but it's what you do with it, and I think it's just there's something soft up there. Not like mentality, but something physically has become like lodged loose in Tony Ferguson, where it's like properly placed spots, man, just hit him hard and he gets knocked out. Bobby Green, I'm actually going to pick Bobby Green most likely in that fight. And Tony Ferguson is the type of guy to eat cottage cheese on his fries. There's worse things you can eat on fries, really. But Tony Ferguson, this may be his last time in the octagon. Same thing with Bobby Green. Bobby Green loses to Tony Ferguson. He's cut. You know, that's bye-bye. He's cut. Bobby Green will get cut if he loses to Tony Ferguson. Because, I mean, Bobby Green is going to be the big favorite at UFC 291. Mark me on that one. He's going to be the favorite probably on that entire, on that fight. But, a little phlegmy stuff. But the thing that really kind of scares me more than anything is just like with the Michael Chandler Conor McGregor thing. I'm excited to kind of watch the clips. They should have booked him against Pimblett. Ferguson, no, because Patty will dominate him. Like, I think Patty will fuck him up big. But it's Tony needs to go. I mean, he is not done. He has, ever since that Gaethje fight, just something got ripped from El Kukui, and he hasn't been able to get that mental magic back. Because I mean, he's gotten clocked a lot and really fucked up by some high end talent. And I think Conor, if he would have fought Conor in his prime, he would have beat Conor. I'm that much of I'm a Conor dick rider, but I'm also a Tony Ferguson lover. I love me. I'm a Ferguson freak, if you will. Loved him ever since I first watched him in the UFC. And for him to have gone down the path that he has, it's sad. It's kind of sad because you just watch guys who go through just complete and utter, butcher shops of matches, and sometimes the butcher takes a leg. That was Justin Gaethje. Do I see, though, Chandler beating Conor McGregor? Yeah, I could see it. I could definitely see it. But the problem will be what is Conor's wrestling defense? What is his jiu-jitsu defense? What kind of sprawling practices has he done? Because if I was his coach, that'd be one thing I do with Conor is immediately we work on. I would turn Conor McGregor's pelvis bone into a mass of flesh that he would have to like place, like what do you call it, on a bag of ice every night. It would just be purple and swollen like his Irish dick. Like, it would be horrible. Conor would hate getting boners with me because all I would do is sprawl defense for months, at least 2 or 3 times a week, work on sprawling with Conor McGregor because he needs it against Chandler. Chandler, high level wrestler in the UFC. And for him to be going up against Conor, the number one guy when it comes to striking, personality, and everything like that, the only way to kill the personality is to do what I call Habibing, which is wrestle him until he can't wrestle him, until Conor just gives up, which he may do. So we shall see what happens. We'll see how Conor deals with Chandler over the next couple weeks. Can Conor pass a drug test? Big fucking question. Big question to be asked right there. And I don't know what supplements he's on. I don't know what websites are giving him, horse semen to inject into him to make him more virile. I don't know what he's doing. He looks jacked. He was on a boat recently. We saw that. Yeah, Conor's Conor, man. They should, if I was Dana, I'd lock him in the performance center until he just comes out of a door with dry ice spewing out of it. with dry ice smoke just bellowing out, and it's just, I'm here, motherfucker. Like that's how he should be. But we don't know, and the tough finale will be kind of cool to see what they do with where that's gonna be. I can't remember exactly where that's gonna be. It's probably gonna be at the pay-per-view. But yeah, hopefully Connor can pass a drug test. That's my big thing. I mean, he looks massive. When me and Tim saw Connor at the 285 weigh-ins when they were setting up for that awful Roadhouse movie that's going to be coming out soon, he looked wide. Like he looked like just straight up jacked Irishman. So who knows what he's on? Who knows what he's been taking? Hopefully hopefully that ankle and the foot are okay. Hopefully in competition, if he's out of competition, do roids to do it, dude. I don't care. But when you're in competition, hopefully he doesn't pop hot. You lose muscle in 2 weeks. I lose muscle all the time. What are you talking about? It's just because I eat fatty foods. But yeah, Connor, I'm worried. I'm nervous. I'm kind of hoping, because this didn't have the tough finale between him. You should get that checked out, John. The tough finale, when that's happening, hopefully Connor, and we didn't get Uriah versus Connor, which sucked. I was kind of hoping for that battle at 145, but we never got Connor versus Uriah Faber. At that point, Uriah Faber was still sort of a beast. So he might have had a good ass shot at beating Connor, but you never know. But yeah, man, it's gonna this season of Tough's gonna be interesting to watch. It starts in about 2 hours and 15 minutes. And RDA would have smoked the Leprechaun if that got booked. I disagree, dude. Eddie Alvarez took out RDA, man, and I think that would have been Connor too. I think RDA was starting to slow down, and Eddie Alvarez got what he wanted, or got the good shots that he wanted, and Connor would have done that as well. He would have tried to counter RDA, and that's what Alvarez did. And he's doing great in bare knuckle too. I think he just had his debut or something like that, or second fight in BKFC. What was this? Nate beat Connor, and Dos Anjos beat him though. Well, yeah, but Nate was able to figure Connor out, in my opinion, easier than a lot of fighters, because he knew he couldn't grapple. A guy like RDA, he would have tried to go 50-50 with Connor, and he probably would have got knocked out. Connor was longer than him. RDA, yes, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, amazing. Nate is American. Yes, I know he is. I know, but I'm talking about Dos Anjos. Dos Anjos. Yeah. It's I'm definitely going to be paying attention though to the tough stuff on social media more than I am anything, which you should follow us if you are on social media at BroBroPlata. We do answer questions on the Instagrams. United Statesian. It's very good. That's very good, Casey. I'm gonna do a flap time. This is a thing that I only do on the show. Flap time. I'm gonna place this right over my head. It's flap time, everyone. Flap time. What flap time is it is me wanting to smoke weed, and me smoking copious amounts of methamphetamine for your entertainment. No, it's only weed. Yeah, this is flap time. I'm actually packing a bowl as we speak. Leave me in the chat your favorite strain. Why not? Let's see what you got. Comment down below, if you will. But yeah, flap time is it's better than fap time, because fap time there's more to clean up. So there's always that. And what does it say? Let me see what that chat was. Oh boy. Flap time feels homo. Everything on this show should feel homo, Casey Jones. Everything on this show. All right. Trainwreck and Shoreline. I like it. I don't even know what this is. I literally found this in a blue bag that had my glasses case in it. I think 2 mouse snap traps and what else? Oh, condoms. Those were also in there. So that was fun. They were in a Lens Crafters bag. And I don't know where this weed came from, but it came from somewhere. Shout out to whoever gave it to me in the past. It's very dry. It's very nice. We don't have a CBDX or anything sponsorship, but we try on the show. We try our best to make you love us, because we are Bro Plata. Shout out always also to Maz and the MMA holes. I was watching a little bit last night. I don't even smoke weed anymore. Well, poo on you, Casey Jones. All right, it is flap time. And flap time is complete. It is. I'm back. Yeah. Let's kind of get into some stuff that I want to talk about. And let me take flap time off my head. Put a like and subscribe back down here. Bam. And yeah, so Saturday I was working and hit up a buddy of mine who went to UFC Columbus with me and Danko and our group of like 7 people that we had almost an entire row, with the exception of like I think 3 seats. Got to hang out with him again. Haven't seen him in a while, and we decided to watch whatever the WWE pay-per-view was. I forget. Let me look it up here. WWE PPV. All right. Saudi Arabia is one of the Saudi Arabia pay-per-views. Night of Champions is what it was called. Watch Night of Champions. And I got to say, man, not a fan anymore of WWE. Tim is in the chat. I'm sorry, Ray forces dead air upon you so he can do drugs. I can't control his actions. No, you can't, Tim. Cannot. But it's also a bit now, because it's flap time. I bring the flap down. I smoke it a weed. They hear the lighting. And then I'm back. Like magic. Never happened. Right. But yeah, I watched a little bit of. I watched the whole show for WWE's Night of Champions. Saudi Arabia, the Saudi Arabia thing, it's been covered a lot in the media with the WWE. Obviously, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia and the royal family, not the most progressive people in the world. I'm gonna throw that out there for a little bit of an obvious statement. Not the most progressive country. They had Trish Stratus on there, and Trish Stratus was always known, if you grew up with wrestling in the 90s, as the hot chick. Later morphed into one of the best female pro wrestlers of all time. In the early 2000s, like 2001, 2002, had some great matches against Lita, Tori Wilson. She's had a lot of great professional wrestling matches. Has Trish Stratus. Love Trish Stratus. Met her once in Colorado. Excellent woman, fantastic personality, great gal. But in Saudi Arabia, because of laws, decency laws, women cannot show their bodies off in predominantly Muslim countries. It's frowned upon. Habib, I believe, keeps his wife in a beekeeper outfit. And she's in it. She's been in it since they were married. And boy, wouldn't that be horrifying? You just get double-egged Habib Nurmagomedov because you overcooked the roast. That'd be terrible. But no. So they had to cover these women up. And pro wrestling, I love pro wrestling, but I also love the attire of the women in professional wrestling. Like, they can get skimpy. Get very skimpy. And it was not skimpy. The only one I did like, and I'll bring this up, is Rhea Ripley from WWE. She's her boyfriend is what's it called? Buddy Matthews. He's with AEW, or husband, or whatever it was. So the NOC attire. There we are. Let's see if we have it here. Kind of want to see if I can find it here. I'm not sure. But anyway, she's kind of a goth chick in WWE. And so they had her wearing this basically a leather dominatrix outfit that I bet Tim would enjoy if he was here. She was the most creative one out of all of the women that were on this Saudi Arabia tour stop in for the royal family, because they've got investment in WWE and TKO Group and all that kind of BS. Yeah, man, look at this. Oh, every Hot Topic manager's dream. Just perfect. Just gorgeous, bro. Gorgeous. Where's Tim? He is in Eastern Pennsylvania right now, actually. He is hanging out with his family. It's his grandfather's birthday today. One's in the chat for Tim Danko's birthday, if you haven't done that, or Tim Danko's grandfather's birthday. One's in the chat for that. It's a deserved thing right there. He's an old feller, I think, is what they call them nowadays. Whatever the nomenclature would be. To me, like, I don't know, because watching WWE, you almost can see everything happening before it happens. There's some surprises. You're like, hey, okay, cool, they're going to go with this person or that person. But it's gotten so predictable, and it's the same. It's been the same people for decades now. You can tell that, like, creative is on cruise control at this point. I want to work for WWE, but I've said too many bad things about WWE, and they've all been somewhat right around that time. I've criticized other organizations, but I criticize WWE the most because they're the best. And I don't know, it's shit's getting cookie cutter and generic. I don't like it. I liked the entrance way they had for the Backlash pay-per-view in Puerto Rico, because that was dope. Filled the whole thing. I'm thinking about it, Casey, but I've got probably another 20 minutes with you guys, and then I'm gonna go play Fortnite. Because Thursday we'll talk the card. I might have a guest join me to break down the card as well. But we shall see. I'm gonna send some feelers out, or Tim might be back. I don't know. But yeah, so it's just WWE's gotten kind of just cookie cutter, bro. Like I'm bored with it. Like I'd rather just pay $20 at like a local gym that's having a pro wrestling show now, because at least I get to see guys on the come up. You know, guys that want to go, they're going high, have a name somewhere else. People know them. They freak out when they see them. I like that for $20. 120, I'm going to be judgy. You know, Peacock subscription, going to be judgy. All right. I'm going to be a little judgy on that. Netflix, fuck you. They should bring back Brawl for All. No, they should not. I was actually just listening to something about that with like Jim Cornette. He broke down the Brawl for All history or something like that. He talked about it because Vince Russo claims he created the Midnight Express, the new Midnight Express, and the NWA invasion in like '97 or whatever it was. Really, Jim Cornette's really informational about like history, and I love that about him. Some other things he says, I can just bygones on what he says. I don't care that much, but I love the man to death. I met him once in my life. He was great. Roman Reigns, you can obviously tell that the bloodline is breaking up, and Roman's going to probably be on the out soon. Or he grows the bloodline into something else. I don't know. Cornette's a racist prick. No, he's not. He's been a racist on television for sure, but he's not a racist guy. Trust me, I've been around actual racists, and I listen to what some would consider racist podcasts, but Jim Cornette is not a fucking racist. If you listen to half the shit he says, he's just a dude from, rural or suburban rural Kentucky or Louisville, man. Like, those people exist. It's like those people right outside of Houston, bro. They're there. They're definitely there. Don't throw that symbol in my chat. Why? Yeah, man. I don't know. WWE is getting cookie cutter, and obviously, too, I watched AEW Double or Nothing, which, looking back on it, it was $50 first of all for Double or Nothing on pay-per-view from the MGM Grand Garden Arena, where me and Tim they were at the T-Mobile actually. They were at T-Mobile Arena. I think they had like 17,000 or something like that. I can't remember, or it was they didn't have a lot, but they were basically they were right here. That was Jake Gyllenhaal killing a guy. And looked well. Really nothing really caught my eye match wise. MJF. If you guys don't know who MJF is and you want some entertainment in your life, look up MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. One of, if not the greatest personalities on television at all right now. MJF is a total skis bag prick, but you love him for it. Like he makes you laugh. He makes you actually be happy that he's there. And he had a great match with Jungle Boy Jack Perry. He had a great match, Darby Allin and Sammy Guevara. Beat him with a headlock takeover. Did on Darby Allin, did MJF, and the main event was stupid. They had the Blackpool Combat Club, which is Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, Wheeler Yuta, and Claudio Castagnoli taking on the Elite, which was Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Hangman Adam Page. Four guys I'm not a fan of at all. I'm not a fan of the Young Bucks. I'm not a fan of Kenny Omega, and I'm not a fan anymore of Adam Page. I don't like Adam Page because he decided to say the things like, "Oh, we already know what we're doing. We don't need to talk to any veterans." The fuck you don't, son. Like, all right, I went to radio school, and the guy I interned for was a broadcasting legend. I learned a fuck ton from him just watching him talk. You need to fucking talk to guys like Arn Anderson who can help you with your finishes, who can do all that shit. Kenny Omega, most dry personality possible. And then Takeshita turns on the Elite, making Blackpool Combat Club even bigger now, going against the Elite. Some are saying that Kota Ibushi is going to be coming to All Elite to make the Golden Elite, I believe is what they called themselves. Yeah, it's AEW. The last shot they really have right now is the video game. The pay-per-views are odd. They're paced weird. Things kind of off in presentation at times. Television wrestling is god awful right now. God awful. There's some shining points. Don't get me wrong. But pro wrestling as a whole on television, unless it's a local thing or on YouTube, shouldn't look bad. And to me, that's what WWE, NXT, all those guys, they just AEW, it just looks too wonky to me. And I legitimately think I can do better. Like when it comes to formatting, camera work, all that kind of stuff, because there's so many errors, and I understand it's live TV. I get it. But bro, you need to fix your shit, Tony Khan. You need to fix your shit, Triple H. Some people you totally show a super kick happening that's not a super kick because it doesn't connect. Where's the logic here? Have the cameras in position. It's not that fucking hard. Not that hard. All right? It's hard, but it's not that hard. All right? Gosh darn it. All right? All right? All right? All right? Okay. I don't know what that tangent was right there, but it definitely happened. But I mean, everything that happened this weekend, it was worth the money spent. Definitely looking forward to the next pay-per-view that AEW does, which I think is Forbidden Door. I can't exactly remember off the top of my head. Next AEW pay-per-view. There we are. What is the next AEW pay-per-view? No, that is not the next. What are the 4 pay-per-views? What's the schedule, Kenneth? Oh my god. Forbidden Door. Then in August, it's All In London. Followed by everything but the Toronto show, the Forbidden Door, happening in like 3 or 4 weeks. And then All Out Chicago. It's should be fun. CM Punk's coming back. And yeah, that's pretty much the show, guys. I got nothing today. I have absolutely D for you. I love all of you. Don't get me wrong. But without Tim to really knock shit over, I just had this coming in because I didn't get hammered yesterday. I got drunk, but I didn't get hammered. At a show in Cleveland Heights at Make 'em Laugh Mondays. Shout out to Kevin Ford and John Bruton. I want to get Bruton on this show just to talk some shit with him. But he's busy doing big brain things, amazing shit, which I love him for. He's a great guy, helps me out, and I love the guy to death. And we love you, Bro Plata. I'm probably gonna go hit the sticks for Fortnite and get that going. Just follow me. The link, by the way, down below, take you to my Twitch channel. Scally Bandit is where we're at. Where we're gonna be in a little bit. And yeah, here's the screen name right there. It's also link in the description. I'm gonna set up a stream, play some Fortnite, talk shit. It should be a good night to end. I'm gonna have some alcohol on that stream. Wait till y'all allow call-ins. Watch the sub count jump up like an MF. Yes, I agree with you. We got to figure that out somehow through Talk Studio or something like that. But we do appreciate you guys watching us every single time we do the show. You guys rule. We love you. For Tim Danko, somewhere in Eastern Pennsylvania, and myself, Ray Highclack, we are Bro Plata, and we will see you at the Kumite, fam.